I am glad to be home. I've recently returned from several trips, one including a race in Florida, in which I've traveled over 1,200 miles for the past 2 weeks. I want to take a moment and share some driving tips with you that'll keep you fresh when you travel to your next event. Similar to a bike fit or a gait analysis, we spend a lot of time and attention talking about form and mechanics. But oftentimes what we do prior to a race, such as driving a long distance in a car, we don't give a lot of thought towards, and it can greatly impact our race. And of course, your neck and your shoulder muscles can fatigue on a long drive, affecting mobility for the swim. Your back can obviously affect the bike in a triathlon. And of course, in a triathlon or a marathon or other running event, your hips and of course back can greatly affect those sports as well. We don't often drive a manual or stick shift anymore, and therefore we find ourselves quite frequently always flexing our right foot on the gas pedal up and down, up and down, up and down all the time. What is our left foot doing? Typically it's not doing anything. If you're listening to music in the car, tap your left foot to the beat of your favorite song. That gets that flexion and extension of the left foot going, as well as the right foot, keeping you more balanced. The good posture starts by sitting square in the seat. It starts at our feet being even and not resting on one elbow on one side or the other. When it comes to the flexion in the hips, in other words, that small angle of the hips that we create when we sit, we want to make sure when we are in the car that we adjust our seat so that our knees are below our hips. That's going to relieve some pressure or some impingement in the hips. Also, it's going to make that angle bigger. In other words, it's not going to create as much tension or impingement in the hips. Our spine isn't straight, so utilizing the lumbar support in our seat is also very important. If you don't have that automatically built into your seat, I recommend rolling up a towel and placing it back there, or a small pillow will work too. When it comes to our shoulders, we want to make sure that we're not reaching for the steering wheel. In other words, we want to adjust our seat as well as the steering wheel to be able to position our body so that our shoulders are down and that they're relaxed. And finally, when it comes to our shoulders and our neck, we want to adjust our seat so that our headrest lightly touches our head, so we can actually rest our head and avoid some unnecessary neck muscle engagement to keep everything relaxed. To conclude, on your longer journeys, it goes without saying that you should take some time to stop and stretch. Give these tips a try and good luck at your next event.